Hi people, welcome back to this channel. So today we are going to have another good conversation, but guess what, it is going to be very special because I'm not alone. Guess who I'm with?
Hey, my name is Keith and I'm glad to be a part of this show. I'm always not very comfortable facing a camera but today I'm coming out of that fear. I'm bringing the boldness that I believe I've been hiding inside of me.
Yes.
So I'm glad that you allowed me to be part of the show today.
I allowed? What a shock. Yes.
After so many days of begging to be part of this show.
No, I didn't. You didn't beg, please. He didn't beg. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to be part of this show.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And today the conversation is, I really needed him today because it is something that I feel like we've done together. You know, so today we are talking about the bold moves we have made. And these could be moves that are not accepted by society. That's why they are bold. They are not maybe accepted by the majority of the people. So, you know, I was listening to Joyce Meyer and she said, she made a bold statement that you are never free if you still have a need to impress people. And so that brought me to this thing, like I felt like we needed to talk about these bold moves we have made. So which bold moves do you think you have made?
I think life is it's not like based on a script, right? And I think that's one of the big problems and challenges many people experience.
Yeah.
Because you find there's a way the society has set itself and the expectations that have been put on you by the society to follow.
A kind of people want to put, they've created their own box and they want you to be in that box.
Exactly.
You know? And so we can't stay really in those boxes, and some of us have really the reason we're calling them bold moves is because they've made us feel like we're not in this box. We have kicked the box open. One of the moves that we have made as a couple, to me I see this as a real bold move, is choosing to homeschool our children.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because you really don't know how it has brought very many questions. I think this is one of the things that we are asked about several times. We actually even made a video about it last year, were they 3 years ago or like 2020? So if you don't mind, you can click on that video and go and check about our homeschooling. But that was one of the bold moves we have made, homeschooling our children. What do you think?
True. I mean, as we say, the society accepts you to follow a certain path, right?
Yeah.
Take kids to school.
Yeah.
Let them study. Because the biggest thing actually is people want to know, what are they going to do after this?
Yeah.
Do they do exams?
Yeah.
Do they do what?
There are very many questions. Like
the
do
issue
they really
of socialization.
For real, the socialization issue. So it was a bold move that we have to make. It has brought very many questions. Our families have questioned it. Some people actually don't think it's real studying. But I'm glad that after COVID, some people realize that real homeschooling is studying. And that has been a very, very, very bold move, big move that we have made. And for me, it has affected me in a way that in homeschooling, really, if you want it to be very effective, one of the parents has to be involved in actively, fully. And that, when we sat down to see who can do that, that was obviously me. And that is a very big move and a bold one, because that means you are going to be at home to take care of your children, to be their teacher,
Yeah.
to be their maid. You don't like me saying that, but it's like literally you are doing everything for them.
But
You-
when you're doing it to your kids,
Yeah,
you're not a maid.
yeah, you're not
You're
a
being
maid.
a mom, right? If I come and maybe bathe them or cook for them,
Yeah,
I'm not working. I'm living life, right?
yeah.
So
it's
actually, that's always my approach, and yeah.
been a real big bold move, because you have to let go of things like you want to go and work outside, because now your work becomes homeschooling these children, because you are their teacher, you're their guide, you're their everything. Yeah, so that was a very big bold move for me, because in our society and in our age, or our parents are expecting you to, after school, to go and work. And now this time, I've chosen my work to be homeschooling my children. And so some people don't see it as work. They are like, what are you doing? You are a stay-at-home mom, you're what? But that is serious work, because I am saving them the school fees they're supposed to be paying, right?
And then also molding them in a way that you would like them to be, when they grow up. And then again, protecting them from so many things, because we all know the dangers of exposing them out there.
Yeah.
And most of the parents, I think, they could have opted for this particular path, but based on the lifestyle that they've chosen, it's almost impossible. And then again, also based on what the society dictates.
Yeah.
Because if a child has to study, let's say for 4 hours, they can do the 4 hours anytime, right? They can do 2 hours in the morning, they can do 2 hours at night.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they've covered the 4 hours they were supposed to do in school. But that's why some people ask, like, how can I begin homeschooling my kids, and I have 8 to 5
Hours.
kind of a job,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you still have the night, and kids, you let kids have enough sleep, rest, learn other things at home, learn how to maybe prepare basic meals,
Yeah.
if they can, bit of cleaning if they can, but that's also another task.
Yeah.
Maybe with the boys. Why? Don't they like cleaning?
They will learn. By the way, we have only sons, so
It's a
Yeah.
bit tricky.
we
they're
have
not
3
interested.
sons, so they're not so much interested in chores, but we are doing it slowly by so that they learn how to do chores. So really, homeschooling wasn't an easy choice. Yeah, it was something. I keep saying that God must have been the one who brought for me this idea, because it is such an excellent idea if you master how to do it. Yeah,
And again, sorry to cut you short.
Yes,
Is the issue saving on the fees? Actually, it's not cheap.
it's not.
Because for the curriculums you're paying in dollars,
Yes.
the dollar right now in Kenya is up there.
Yeah.
It's like you're almost paying double what we used to pay, right? And it's a monthly subscription.
Yeah.
So it's not cheap. Then also the resources that you have to get, then preparing the extracurricular. So to me, I'm looking at the benefits, not even there. Well, there's a bit of cost saving
Yeah.
if you have to take them to certain schools that you have to take
That
them
standard, the standard that we want, it would really make us pay a lot of money.
to. You'll be
a lot
like
of money.
working for school fees,
Yeah.
tuition and all
And then
that.
I'm this kind of person who really loves comfort. For me, I don't like the way we grew up waking up that early. Something you had already talked about. That thing of waking up so early, going to school. Nowadays they have school buses. I hear they pick some children from 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's
I
very true.
didn't want that to happen to my children.
Man, it's punitive. Even you waking up
Yes.
at that time to prepare the child, then you prepare yourself, you go to work, then you have a long day, then you have to dash back at 5
Yeah.
when they are being dropped back home. It stresses you more, and you can't even create time for your other extra side jobs or
Yeah.
whatever other things
It's
that you're
a big
doing.
thing, and for me, maybe we should have another episode about homeschooling and telling them more details about homeschooling.
Yeah,
But that was one
experience.
bold move that we made. Yeah. So, which other bold move do you think we have made?
I think for me, I've always been inquisitive,
Yeah.
about issues and even things to do with work, career. Like I discovered, whether sometimes a job, it's not all about money, right? It's about your inner satisfaction.
Yeah.
Right? You wanted to be a lawyer, a social worker.
Yeah, no, I never wanted to be a social. I wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do journalism too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you ended up doing information technology.
You guys.
Was it to please your dad or the society?
Again, it was
your dad was like, I have a lawyer, I have a journalist, I have maybe a social worker, I have a teacher.
No.
I need a technology person.
No.
Daddy didn't
say that. No. It was the only course that was available for me at Uganda Christian University. And that was my dad's choice of university. Yeah, so you
Christian.
either go there or
you don't.
You are not going to Makerere, you're not going to any other university. Yeah.
So you see, I mean, but it wasn't your choice.
Yeah, it wasn't my choice.
And what does that mean? That means that we didn't have the freedom to choose for ourselves.
Yeah.
Mostly. And these are some of the things that I'm like when I was growing up, I'm like, no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to, like, if I get kids, I want to raise kids in a way that they will be bold enough to make their own decisions. I'll just expose them to the world, show them the benefits of this and that, support them if they want to follow a certain path. If you want to be in technology, get you the gadgets, create the opportunities for you. If you want to be in music or drama or whatever, create the opportunities for you. And if something that you love and follow, you have passion for, I support you to follow that path. For us, it wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Good, you are a practical example.
Please. Yeah, I'm a practical example. Yeah.
Technology degree, no passion.
Please.
You can't do much with it.
Yes.
You understand? So comes to the bold moves is, to me, is as I've said, I just want to let them decide for themselves as early as 5.
Yeah.
If you're passionate about this and I support you, I mean, I will offer support as a parent. That's what I can do. I will not force you to be a doctor, be a lawyer, or be whatever, but whatever you're passionate about, then I'll do whatever I have to do as a dad to, help you realize your passion and
Which
to
is
forge
very
away
good.
forward.
Yeah. That's good. For me, another one is choosing to live in a different country. Yeah, because when we finished university, I was with Keith in the same university, and he had to. No, we were, guys. My witnesses are there. Yeah, we were in the same university, so he had to come back to his country, your country, which was Kenya, which is Kenya.
Which was that time Kenya's economy was. Wait, let's not go there.
Yeah, it is Kenya. So he had to come back, and being in Uganda, was there trying all these jobs, small jobs, things were not working out. And then he called me and said there is an opportunity for us in Kenya, like an internship really. And I was very excited to come to a different country. That was 2010. Yeah, we are all, people don't like us saying when we graduated, but we really graduated that long time. That long time. So, and 2010 we came to Kenya and we began working with a technology company. And coming to another country was such a bold move for me, because I remember getting a passport for your first time. You're still youngish, in your 20s, you don't know a lot of things to do, but the excitement really was very strong enough. It superseded other things that I was planning. So I really wanted to come to another country and feel and see how people are. And so coming here was really a bold move for me, because I remember even my parents were excited for me. My mom was very excited for me. There was so much involved in finding for me the passport and all that, and I succeeded. But man, living in a different country at that age, we're just 20, these are the early 20s, it wasn't easy. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that you experience, you learn, then you miss. You know, one thing I've realized, you never know your identity until you've left your society or your culture or your family or your country, right? That's when you begin knowing, oh no, you know, the small things you take for granted, like the foods.
Yeah.
You understand, eh?
And food here, my God, it was such a big case for me, because I'm like, how can people eat ugali from Monday to Monday and they are okay with it? Ugali with
and not like people are enjoying it.
Yeah, people really love it. It's not that they are eating it angry, like the way for us in Uganda we love our matoke, is the way the Kenyans also love their ugali. And it's not the fine ugali that we have in Uganda. It is a different kind of ugali that Ugandans would not like. But that, me being in that culture of wanting to sit down and eat the same food with you guys, it was such a culture shock. So it was such a bold move for me to actually be excited to stay for more years. Yeah.
Then I also experienced the same thing when I went to Uganda.
Okay. You also came to Uganda. I thought it was. Yeah.
But for me, it was. I was excited about everything, and one thing I've learned is I like, if I'm going to do something and I'm okay with it, I will accept it before I even engage in it, right?
Yeah.
So I went there knowing that I must enjoy the country, I must learn the culture, I must enjoy the foods, the languages, but I failed to learn Luganda.
You know, Sam.
Well,
he's suffering, but you can't backbite him in Uganda.
Well, yeah,
Uganda.
I can,
he can get some of the things, which was very good.
So I really enjoyed my time learning about the cultures, the people, and you know, people in Uganda are friendly,
very friendly.
You could strike a conversation with a stranger, and it goes on and on and on, and you feel at home, you feel welcome. So to me, well, the food, the way the society is, the friendliness of people, to me it was like also a shock, like wow,
how can people be this good?
Exactly. You are always cautious, maybe they want something from you, maybe they are tricking you and all that, but then again, I don't say it's all good. There are also the negative side, and I think the worst experiences are with border people.
Why? What's wrong with the border people in Uganda?
I don't know, but I find them not inviting, right? The moment, I don't know if it's by default.
They've changed. Safe border.
Yeah, safe border came in. I mean, you don't have to talk to people, you just request a border, and anyone who has like that, a smartphone, and you can accept your request. That means you can strike a conversation and you can talk, and they've got a bit of customer care. But I'm talking about these guys who, I don't know Luganda. They don't know Swahili. They don't know English.
They don't. Ugandans. Border borders know English.
No. I don't know the border. Maybe those years. Maybe things have changed.
I think the ones you met were things have changed. Right now they speak English.
I'm talking about my own experience.
Yes, Daddy.
So they get to like you develop a certain kind of fear. You understand? Because you're engaging these guys. They're like, why can't you speak Luganda? In the region, right? And some of these things used to like, you know,
scare you at that time.
Scare me, put me off a bit. You have to be with somebody who can talk for you. You don't talk, because there is also this fear of, hey, if this guy can't speak in Luganda. So
that's what I'm going through in Kenya. I have to go with him everywhere. Because I can't express myself so much in Swahili.
No, but have you ever been in a situation where you are forced to speak in Swahili?
Yes.
Here in Kenya?
Yes.
Where?
In the country.
The countryside?
Yeah, the countryside.
It's okay. I mean, that's normal. Because
countryside,
if you can't speak the local languages, then you must be speaking Swahili.
Yes,
if you can't speak
how can you not? And then, English here is not so much welcome in the countryside.
Outside the city, I think
the city,
Kiswahili plays a big role. So well, I get that, but that is like once in 3-4 years, right? So it's not affecting you much.
The whole culture shock, really, those are bold moves for young people, because we both did it when we were younger. So
it's an exciting moment for me. But then again, as you had another episode, and you're talking about how people don't even move, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, the moving, like moving to Uganda, like it opens your
traveling.
eyes. Yes.
Traveling to different
experiences. You know, you move to Rwanda, and it's you don't even feel any difference. You're just excited to meet new cultures, new people. And to me, it's all about the food.
Yeah, of course, the food. It's not about the food for me.
No,
it's just buildings.
Coming from Kenya, and the way you guys have that perception that Kenyan food is not friendly to other people. You need to
taste other people's foods.
But moving to Uganda, enjoying that kalo and bo.
Wow,
from Eastern Uganda.
Wow, you've eaten a lot of things. For me, what I've eaten here is only ugali and greens, guys.
Yeah, I can confirm that is not true.
And githeri. Do you know what githeri is?
I can also confirm that's not true.
Githeri is beans mixed with maize. That's the different things that I've eaten here that people enjoy here.
But people love them, they're not forced.
People love them.
In fact, if you top up with an avocado, that's a full Kenyan meal.
Is a forbidden fruit for Kenyans. Yes.
No, I mean it's life changing.
Life changing.
I mean it's
avocado. Really?
you need to enjoy some.
Anyway, that's okay. Yeah.
So, what other bold move have you made? Maybe in your parenting skills or in your world parenting journey?
A lot of things, but mainly the initial thing actually that I do that is bold is breastfeeding my children for 3 years. Yeah, I know most of you are saying, that's a long time, but I do breastfeed my children for 3 years. And people often ask me why. Yeah, you're wasting time, you're making this boy what, and all that stuff. But it's really such a bold move for me because I know what it means to breastfeed a child, and I recommend that for every parent because that's the only food that God looked at in the whole world and made for a child. You know, so you have only this one child, why are you not giving them enough time to breastfeed, to nurse? And for me, I've experienced it because we have 3 sons, and I'm still breastfeeding our third one, who is 2.5. And people are still asking me, like when we go to public places, oh, this big boy is walking with all the 32 teeth. He's still breastfeeding. But I know what it does. I've done experiment with it. My children rarely get sick. And I want to tell this to parents, please, breast milk has everything that God, all the ingredients that God put in a child's food. He meant it. So I do it exclusively. I actually do it unapologetically. So I don't care. Even in public, I'll breastfeed that walking child for 3 years. Of course, it's very tiresome, but God has given you only this child to breastfeed for only those few years. Why can't you sacrifice? You've already sacrificed to give birth to them, to be pregnant, to do what? Sacrifice also and give them that breast milk. And for me, because they are boys, I feel like they need to be strong. So I will do it until I'm done, because I will never do it again. You notice they're going to have other 50, 60 years with me, and they're not breastfeeding.
They grow. I mean, you can even see the elder ones.
Yeah.
They've already left it. They're focused on other things.
Yes, they don't want to look
life
at
changes.
it. Yeah.
So well, I think it's a bold move, because I think for majority of people, because like let's say like in Kenya, I think you get like 6 months of maternity leave.
Yeah.
What does that mean? After 6 months, you cannot exclusively. Well, after 6 months, the child has to begin eating solid
foods.
Right?
Yeah.
Then after that, you get back to work, or you get back to your whatever you've been engaged in, and that means you're not even with the child. So if you're back to this parent of waking up at 5, going to work, coming back in the evening when you're tired, you by default the kid gets off the breast milk, and as you've said, I think that also has an effect on the health of the child, right? Because I mean,
only 6 months. They are very few. Yeah, they are very few. Because for me, maybe I can also say I have an advantage because of that same homeschooling that I'm doing. I have a lot of time with them, so they have enough time with me to breastfeed. Yeah.
But I hope they will appreciate the sacrifices you've made.
Oh
for
my
them.
God, these men need to grow up and really take care of me.
But I was reading something that really scared me.
Yeah.
It's about it's a doctor is explaining what he has seen from his patients, right? He says men always die alone by themselves.
Very painful.
So if he's getting like a 70-year-old man who is coming for a checkup, or it doesn't matter whether you're poor or rich, most of them come by themselves.
Why?
Yes. If he's getting like an old woman, like at 68, 70s there, she'll come with her daughter, a grandson, their son. They're still closer to them.
So no one is taking care of men.
Yeah, it was like they bury themselves in this. And a practical example is, see, I go to work. I'll come back at night.
Yeah.
And sometimes I come back tired.
Yes.
I don't even, like spending an hour with them, it's a struggle for me, you know?
Yeah.
So, we've not bonded enough.
Yeah.
Apart
that's
from maybe,
the reason.
Yes, like for you, it can be unbroken.
Yeah, because I've spent a lot of time with them.
Exactly.
Okay. Right.
So, as I was saying, you don't take the time you've taken with them for granted.
I can't take it for granted.
And this should also be a challenge for men and maybe other mothers that don't give their kids enough time, because I've read so many articles and on social media, like the maids, the nannies spend a lot of time with the children, to the level that children love them more than the parents, which is a scary bit, right? So any opportunity you get to spend with your kids, they are your children. If you get children, your life changes. It's no longer yours, right?
And if you are so busy, you are going to also create another time which you will compensate. I know it won't be fully compensating, but you need to try and do it. And they say you are who you are because of the people that you spend time with. So the kids will end up being like those maids that they spend time with.
And you also don't know what they're exposing them to, what they are. You know, if you're not there to monitor, they are your children, whether you're a boss, whether you're what, you need to spend time with them. Actually, they need to be your most valuable people.
I know some people say economy, you have to go and work, but please, you cannot lose your children because you are looking for money. No, that one, I just say no to it. I don't want to even hear any excuse of not being with your children. Spend time with them.
But then those are some of the bold moves you're talking about.
They are bold
just a few people who are willing to take this path, because as it is, the society expects you, or this is what's supposed to be done, or this is what it is. But according to what I've applied in life, I think it's all about what makes your life work, right? What makes you comfortable and what works for you, because people have different goals in life, right? Some people it's all about career, other people it's all about family, other people it's all about maybe the community, the society. But what works for you, it's what you should follow. But then if you're a parent, children, it's not even an option.
It's not why did you become a parent? You guys, I don't want to have ears for any parent who has very many excuses, unless you are really outside the country, that maybe you are going for masters or something. But really, if you are in the country with them and you come back at home, I don't have any excuses of not spending time with your children. And fathers, please do. And also, that's why some people make bold moves of like being stay-at-home moms. And it doesn't mean that they are rich. Maybe the economy is also breaking them, but they have chosen, parenting is the first thing, the first priority things that they treasure most, and they are like, I would rather be with my children than go out there and hustle for little money. So everyone has their bold move they've made, but that one of spending time with your children should be a bold move for every parent.
But then again, just to add on that, like we're in this era where you can get a remote job. Or even local companies can provide that work at home opportunity. Maybe you work like you can organize with your bosses. I mean, you work for 3 days in the office, 2 days you're at home, and if you're 2 days at home, that means 3 out of 7 you're away. So 4 days you are with your family.
Yeah.
So that means you can still bond with them. You can still, homeschool them if you needed them to.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you are to do it for 4 days in a week or 5 days in a week, you can always create those 5 days and that and the time.
I would
for you
say
to
that
dedicate
I
them.
would also ask bosses also make bold moves for parents. That flexibility, if it's there for people to work from home, don't have this old mentality of like they must come at office
To
all
be
the
seen.
time to be seen. People are in jam, driving in jam for no reason. Yet the things that they would have done when they're even at home are many.
It's more.
It's a lot of work compared to all that time they spend waking up, going, leaving their families. You are bosses, think about it also. Maybe you are breaking families because God has provided another special. We are in a new era where guys can really work from home, but some guys have tied themselves on this thing that you must come to office. You must be seen. You
must have a physical
yeah,
meeting.
you must have a physical meeting. Yet you can have a Zoom call. Guys, evolve. That's my word. Finally, another bold move that for me I've made actually, which I should have mentioned even first, is accepting Christ as my personal savior. Because that's a bold move, Daddy. Like I got born again when I'm a teenager, very young. I was still young that is 2002, and that's the time when you are excited to do everything wrong. Everything wrong. You are in a class that is rowdy. You just want to do, but that's the time I made a bold move to accept Christ as my personal savior, and having to change into the image He wants me to be was transforming was very hard up to now. That you have to continue living to be that new person. It's no longer you, but the Christ that lives in you. It's such a bold move, and it has brought a lot of life. For me, it has really, I'm thankful to God that it has shaped my life. Well, I've fallen in many ways. Every day I fall, but the fact that I stood up and said, this is the Christ that I've accepted, and even telling family, I have a very stubborn family. I don't know whether they'll come for me, but they, for them, some things they laugh at them. It's been such a great experience for me, and such a bold move that has made my life, that has shaped my life, and how I've made all the choices in my life. Yeah. So it's a bold move for me.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, if it's something that changes your lifestyle and dictates on how you're going to live your life, how you're going to interact with people, I think it's a bold move.
Yeah. And if you're out there and you've not accepted Christ, I would call you to accept Christ, because that's life. Life is in Christ. Yeah. So guys, that is all we had for you, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode with Baba Corey. And if you want him to keep coming, he will keep coming, though he says that.
Comment down there. That's what you guys say.
Yes. Comment in the comment section and tell me whether you want him to come back and we talk more, because we have a lot of things. The bold moves are very many that we have made, but because of time we cannot talk about most of them. Yeah, so thank you very much, guys, for joining us. I pray and believe that you are going to subscribe. You can't be watching us to the end, guys, and you've not subscribed. Just subscribe and be part of our family. Like, share, and let us have fun here. Nice time.
Bye.
Bye.